After a fantastic discussion on LinkedIn about how sometimes things that are considered to be creative are not necessarily always tied to the arts, things like music, acting, and the practical use of oil pastels, it reminded me of a problem that needed solving in my other life working in durable medical equipment, and how that solution might be considered to be creative. Here's how it went down. A number of years ago, Pacific Medical Systems took on a line of low air loss mattresses called the Plexus 1500. We invested a modest sum of money into shoring up inventory of this mattress line to accommodate a brand new contract for home health and hospice patients. Fast forward about 1 month later, the manufacturer of the Plexus line of mattresses was acquired by a much larger company and immediately scuttled. No new orders could be placed, replacement parts were no longer available, it was completely and totally shut down. And of course, no returns on the newly acquired line of mattresses. Since then, we've done a pretty decent job of keeping the mattresses and, more vitally, their motors in good running order for a number of years now. Wear and tear has recently become a challenge where motors are starting to fail and the electronic control circuits are fizzling out. Scouring eBay for old motors that are no longer in use for parts has been successful in getting them back into service. What those eBay motors do not come with are the brackets and hooks on the back that keep them hanging on the ends of hospital beds. No replacements for them are available, so when they started breaking after years of use and abuse, we had a problem. The solution turned out to be silicone mold casting and epoxy resin copies. The process, in theory, is very simple. A silicone mold casting kit was used to make an impression of the part that needed to be copied. The implementation of this involved a glue gun, precisely cut cardboard, modeling clay, and a whole lot of patience. Once the mold was ready to go, the next step was to mix up parts A and B of the epoxy resin, pour it into the mold, then leave it alone for 48 agonizing hours. When the curing process was complete, we had a mostly exact copy of the original part that was durable enough to be attached to the back of the original motor, making it ready for use in the field. So that's my story regarding a situation that required creativity without necessarily needing anything to do with music, acting, or watercolors. Creativity really does extend far and beyond what we recognize as the fine arts, and taking the time to recognize that creativity in others who may not be artistically inclined is absolutely worth it. Maybe this is an opportunity to redefine what we think of as creativity in a broader sense and celebrating a much larger world. Thanks so much for watching.